Your CV format is right. You followed every rule we covered last time, and you're still getting ignored. Here's why. 2 specific major habits quietly disqualify strong candidates before anyone even gets to the interview stage, no matter when you're watching this. Let's fix both of them today. Welcome back to Tende OS. Search less, organize better, get hired faster, built specifically around making sense of the German and European job search. In challenge number 2, we covered how CVs differ across Germany, the US, UK, and Europe. Today, challenge number 3, 2 reasons applications get ignored that go beyond formatting and that catch people out even when they have the right academic qualifications and a genuinely strong background. Sending a generic CV and cover letter instead of tailoring both, and getting the salary question wrong. Let's get into it. Problem 1. Generic, one-size-fits-all applications. Employers consistently look for candidates who are role-specific, who highlight transferable and hybrid skills, and who show genuine relevance to the position itself. A generic CV sent to 50 companies signals exactly the opposite of what hiring managers are looking for. Tailoring your CV. First, mirror the exact keywords and phrasing used in the job posting, especially in your skills section. If a posting says stakeholder management, don't write worked with clients, match their language directly for human and AI scanners. Second, cut anything that isn't relevant to that specific role. A shorter targeted document consistently beats a longer generic one. Recruiters spend roughly 30 seconds on an initial scan, and every irrelevant line is competing for that attention against the line that actually matters. Now, the cover letter, this is where genericness is most visible. It's pure tone and effort, and a copy-paste letter is the easiest thing to spot. Here's a generic opening. I am writing to apply for the marketing manager position at your company. I believe my skills make me a strong fit for this role. Nothing in that sentence is wrong exactly, but nothing in it is specific either. It could go to any employer for any marketing role in any country. Now here's tailored. I want to help company name grow its presence in the DACH region the way you've already done across the Nordics. Having led a similar regional expansion in my current role, I understand exactly what that next phase of growth demands. The second version is much harder to skip past. Instead of I have experience managing teams, write I managed a team of 6 through a product launch that increased user retention by 22%. Specific, verifiable, and tied to a result the employer can picture. Generic claims invite generic reading. Specific claims earn a second look. This shift from listing duties to proving value is the core of a tailored application. It tells the employer not just what you did, but how well you did it. Tailor to company size too. A generic line works the same for a 10-person startup or a 10,000-person corporation, and that's the problem. For small companies, mention adaptability. For large corporations, mention experience with structured processes and cross-departmental coordination. The fix in both documents is the same. Cut anything that isn't relevant to that one role and replace anything vague with something specific. Problem 2. Getting the salary question wrong. In Germany, you're often asked to state your salary expectation directly in the application itself. This is very different from markets like the US or UK, where salary is usually discussed only after an offer is on the table. This goes wrong in 3 ways. Leaving it out entirely. When a posting explicitly asks and you don't provide one, it reads as not following instructions. That alone can get your application set aside. Setting your number too low. It can make you look desperate and anchors the entire negotiation low. It's a ceiling you set for yourself. Setting your number too high can end the conversation before it starts. Employers want to see if your expectations are realistic. The fix? Research before you write a single number. Reliable sources include GEHALT.de, Glassdoor, Kununu, and Stepstone. Also check the Federal Employment Agency and union sources like IG Metall or TVOD pay scales for public sector roles. Follow 3 rules, give a range, keep it tight, about 3,000 to 5,000 euros wide. Always state the figure as an annual gross amount. Set your lower bound, at a number you can genuinely accept, since German companies often negotiate toward the lower end. And don't anchor to your home salary. In Germany, net pay varies wildly based on tax class and insurance, so employers only ever talk in annual gross. Researching your net is for your budget, but your Gehaltsvorstellung is always gross. One more thing. If you're coming from a country with a different cost of living, do not anchor your expectations to your home salary. Candidates from the US are often disappointed when comparing directly to US numbers, as the German figures may appear lower at first glance due to different tax and benefit structures. Conversely, candidates from India or Eastern Europe who anchor to their home salaries often leave substantial money on the table by under-asking for their true market value in Germany. Research the German market specifically to avoid underselling yourself or pricing yourself out. You must find your value based on the local economic context, not your past history. Here's what this actually looks like in practice. Say you're applying for a mid-level software developer role in Berlin. You check gehalt.de and Stepstone and find the market range is 55 to 65,000 euros gross. Rather than naming a single number, you'd write something like, my salary expectation is in the range of 58,000 to 63,000 euros gross annually, depending on the full scope of the role and benefits package. An outdated number signals stale research rather than current market awareness. A number well researched a year ago can be quietly outdated today. What if the posting doesn't ask? You generally don't need to volunteer one. Adding it unprompted can come across as presumptuous. Save your researched range for the interview or application form field. You'll be ready the moment it's actually asked for. 2 fixes. Stop sending generic applications and never guess on salary. Research it fresh, give a tight range, and state it as annual gross. Tende OS is built to turn these tips into a system you follow every time. Subscribe for challenge number 4 on the language barrier. Building these habits takes a little more time up front, but it saves you weeks of silence later. You're building a system for your career, not just an application for a job. If this helped, subscribe so you don't miss challenge number 4, including which jobs genuinely don't require German. See you in the next one.